My name is Becca Wiegers.
I am McKenna. And tonight we have a variety of talent coming from our band program here at KISH. Please enjoy the sounds of the KISH Jazz Band under the direction of Angela Prophet. They will be performing 3 songs for you this evening.
The first piece is Deck the Halls, a traditional Christmas carol arranged by Mike Collins Darwin. Deck the Halls, or Deck the Halls, Deck the Hall in the original version, is a traditional Christmas, Yuletide, and New Year's carol. The melody is Welsh, dating back to the 16th century, and belonged to a winter carol named Nos Garden, while the English lyrics, written by Thomas Alvepin, date to 1862.
Okay, and up next we'll be playing I'll Be Home for Christmas. And the words and music by Kim Gannon and Walter Kent, arranged by Rick Witzel. I'll Be Home for Christmas is a Christmas song recorded in 1943 by Bing Crosby. who scored a top 10 hit with the song. Originally written to honor soldiers overseas who long to be home at Christmas. I'll Be Home for Christmas has since gone on to become a Christmas standard. The song is sung from the point of view of a soldier stationed overseas during World War II, writing a letter to his family. In the message, he tells the family he will be coming home and to prepare the holiday for him, and requests snow, mistletoe, and presents on the tree. The song ends in a melodic note with the soldier saying, "I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams." The flip side of the original recordings was Danny Boy.
The final song for the jazz band tonight is White Christmas. Words and music are by Irving Berlin, arranged by Michael Sweeney. White Christmas is a 1942 Irving Berlin song reminiscing about the old-fashioned Christmas setting. The version sung by Bill Crosby, Bing Crosby as the world's best-selling single, with estimated sales of excess 100 million copies worldwide. Other versions of the song, along with Crosby's, are sold over 50 million copies.
have Becca Wiegers, and she'll be telling a story to us, and it's called The Shoemaker and the Elves by the Brothers Grimm.
Once upon a time, in a village far away, there was a poor shoemaker and his wife. The shoemaker worked very hard. There was never enough money. At last, one night, they had no food for their supper. "All I have is enough leather to make one pair of shoes," he told his wife. He cut out the leather and placed it on the table. "I will make them in the morning," and they went to bed hungry. In the morning, to his surprise, the leather had been made into a beautiful pair of shoes. Just then, a customer came in. "I have never seen such beautiful shoes," she said. She gave the shoemaker 3 gold coins for them. With the money, the shoemaker's wife bought food and made a delicious dinner. The shoemaker bought more leather. Then at night, he cut the leather for 2 pairs of shoes. In the morning, there were 2 pairs of shoes on the table. Soon 2 customers came in and bought the shoes. They each paid him well, so the shoemaker bought leather enough to make 3 more pairs. He cut out the work again that night and found it finished in the morning, and so went on for some time. Whenever he got ready at night, it was always done in the morning. And the good man was soon rich. One evening, at Christmas time, he said to his wife, "Tonight let us sit up and watch, and see who comes and does my work for me." So they hid themselves behind the curtain to see what would happen. Soon as the clock struck midnight, in came 2 little elves. They sat on the shoemaker's bench and went to work. They stitched and wrapped and hammered and tapped at such a rate that the shoemaker was amazed and could not take his eyes off them for a moment. On they went until the job was done, and the shoes stood ready at the table. Then they ran away as quick as lightning. The next day, the shoemaker said, "The elves have helped us. How can we help them?" "I have an idea," said his wife. "It's so cold outside, and they have no coats to wear. I will make them each a coat and hat, and you can make them each a little pair of shoes." And so they did. That night, they put on 2 little hats, and 2 little coats, and 2 little pairs of shoes. And then they went and hid behind the curtain to watch what the elves would do. As the clock struck midnight, the elves came in and were going to sit down at their work as usual. But when they saw the clothes lying there for them, they laughed. They dressed themselves in the twinkling of an eye, and danced and skipped and sprang as merry as could be. At last they danced out the door. The shoemaker and his wife never saw them again, but everything went well for them for as long as they lived.
Okay, and up next we have a flute trio, and they'll be playing Coventry Carol, O Come, Emmanuel, up on the Housetop, and they'll be also playing Jolly O St. Nick. Hope you enjoy.
we are having a piano solo by Brynn MacAusland, and she will be playing Hallelujah.
We have a clarinet duet, and they'll be playing Jolly Old St. Nicholas, and it's by Kiana, Clow and Elsie Campbell.
Changing up a little bit and having a step dance duet by Hilary Murray and Mallory Clark to Angels We Have Heard on High.
Now we have a piano solo, and it's Carol of the Bells, and it'll be played by Emilie Reilly. Hope you enjoy.
Hello again. Next up, we have a violin and vocal duet, and it is Rilla Bruce on violin and Elsie Campbell on vocals. They will be singing and playing the first Noel and Away in a Manger.
We'll be having a piano solo, and it'll be What Child Is This? And the piano player is Katie Stavert-Bernard.
Next, we have Cheyenne Woodside playing Christmas in Killarney. Christmas in Killarney is an Irish Christmas song written by John Bromond and James Callaway and Frank Rilla, copyrighted in 1950. The song has been performed by many artists, most notably Bing Crosby, who recorded it on October 1st, 1951, and it was then included in the 12-inch LP version of his album Merry Christmas. 2 recordings of the song made the Billboard retail charts in 1950. Dennis Day's version peaked at 10, while Percy Faith's version reached 28. Other artists to record the song include Ruby Murray, Bobby Vinton, Joan Masseret, Anne Murphy, and the Irish Rovers. It is featured prominently in the Rankin Bass 1981 Christmas TV special, Leprechaun's Christmas Gold. It has also been performed by the Barra McNeils, Mark Gunn, and 4 Ramblers. In 2016, Neil Diamond sang it on his acoustic Christmas album. The version that Sinead Woodside will dance to is by Barra McNeils of Cape Breton, Nova Scotia.
Okay, so the next act will be performing the Christmas song, commonly known as chestnuts roasting on an open fire. or as it was originally subtitled, Merry Christmas to You, is a classic Christmas song written in 1945 by Bob Wells and Mel Torme. According to Torme, the song was written during a blistering hot summer in an effort to stay cool by thinking cool. The most performed, according to the BMI, Christmas song was born. I saw a spiral path on Wells' piano and 4 lines written in pencil. Torme recalled they started chestnuts roasting, Jack Frost nipping, Yuletide carols, folks dressed up like Eskimos. Bob didn't think he was writing a song lyric. He said that he thought if he could immerse himself in winter, he could cool off. 40 minutes later, that song was written. I wrote all the music and some of the lyrics. Next we have Becca Wiegers reading another story, and it's called The Night After Christmas.
'Twas the night after Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring excepting a mouse. The stalks were flung in haste over a chair, of hopes of St. Nicholas were no longer there. The children were restlessly tossing in bed, for pie and candy were heavy as lead, while on my kerchief and I in my gown had just made up our minds that we would not lay down. When out on the lawn there arose such clatter, I sprang from my chair to see what was the matter. Away to the window I went with a dash, and flung up the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on breast of new-fallen snow gave luster of new day to objects below. When what my long, anxious eyes should appear, but a horse and sleigh, both old-fashioned and queer. With little driver so solemn and slow, I knew at a glance, it must be Dr. Brynn. I drew in my head and was turning around when upstairs came the doctor with scarcely a sound. He wore a thick overcoat made long ago, and beard on his chin was white as snow. He spoke a few words and went straight to his work. He felt all the pulses and turned with a jerk, and laying his finger alongside his nose, with a nod of his head up the chimney he goes. A spoonful of oil, man, if you have it handy. No nuts, no raisins, no pies, no candy. These tender young stomachs cannot well digest all the sweets that they get. Toys and books are the best. But I know my advice will not find many friends, for the custom of Christmas the other way tends. And fathers and mothers and Santa Claus too are exceedingly blind. Well, good night to you. And I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight, these festives and candies make the doctor's bills right. Next will be the concert band playing, and they will start with Angels We Have Heard on High, also known, or we'll start with God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, an English traditional Christmas carol. It is in the Roxenberg collection, is also known as Tidings of Comfort and Joy, and sung by Come All You Worthy Gentlemen, God Rest You Merry Gentlemen, God Rest You Merry Christians, or God Rest You Merry People All. It's one of the oldest extant carols, dating back to the 16th century or earlier. The earliest known printed edition of this carol is in broadsheet dating back to around 7060. The traditional English melody is in the minor mode. The earliest printed edition of the melody appears in a parody in the 1829 Fairest Day to William Home. It had been traditional and associated with carols since at least the mid-18th century, when it was recorded by James Nars under the title The Old Christmas Carol.
Okay, and then for our second song, we'll be playing Hey Man Christmas Swings, a melody of some Christmas carols and a familiar tunes presented in a swing style, and it is in the big band era. Each carol is presented in a different jazz style.
On the behalf of KISH Band's musical director, Miss Prophet, and the performers of KISH Band, individual performers, Caleb and myself, we want to thank you for coming out this evening to share the Christmas spirit of music here at Kensington Intermediate Senior High.
And we would also like to thank Karen Clark for all the Christmas decorating, Cindy Ramsey and Emin Graham for helping out this evening, and the leadership group here at school and helping backstage and with anything needing help.
Thank you for your donations extended to us upon entry to tonight's event. All proceeds go towards the KISH Band Festival trip to Halifax, Nova Scotia for the Atlantic Festival of Music on April 25th to the 27th, 2018.
We want to also thank you for purchasing Christmas wreaths from our fundraising event in November.
In the music room, students have been enjoying secret gifts of Secret Santa, which will continue until tomorrow, December 15th.
Coming up on Saturday, December 23rd, KISH Band students will be bagging groceries at Mike's Independent in Kensington to help with their fundraising event efforts.
At the end of January, KISH Band members Reese Camedy on flute, Lily Greenan on clarinet, and Megan McDonald on trombone, who are all in grade 9, will be attending the PEI Intermediate Honors Band weekend in Charlottetown.
Plans are being finalized for our annual candlelight dinner, held each year at the London Community Complex. This year will be on Saturday, February 24th. More information will be shared on the KISH Band blog as the date approaches. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Our last song of the evening will be Silent Night. It is a popular Christmas carol composed in 1818 by Franz Xavier Gruber and the lyrics by Joseph Mohr in Salzburg, Austria. The song has been recorded by a large number of singers from every musical genre. The version sung by Bing Crosby was the third best-selling single of all time.
The concert band will be accompanied by Sky MacAusland on vocals. The lyrics are in your program. She will sing the first two verses, then the band will join in the third verse. Then we will end with the band and Sky singing the first verse again. At this time, please feel free to sing along with us as we perform Silent Night.